ஹாய் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், வெல்கம் டு PendriveStudy. நான் கார்த்திக் ராஜ் பேசுகிறேங்க. இன்றைக்கி நம்ம கிளாஸில் டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர் கொஸ்டின் தான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். இந்தியன் பாலிட்டி மட்டும். சரியா? நான் 2015 2019 வரைக்கும் கவர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். கடைசியாக 30th June 2019 அன்னைக்கு ரிசர்ச் அசிஸ்டன்ட் எக்ஸாம் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணாங்க இல்லையா, அது வரைக்கும் நான் கவர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். இன்னும் 3 எக்ஸாம் பெண்டிங் இருக்குது நம்ம குரூப் 4க்கு முன்னாடி. அது நான் அப்டேட் பண்ணுறேன். சரியா? இது நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மொத்தம் இந்த 2015 to 2019 வரைக்கும் 97 எக்ஸாம்ஸ் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி. அதுலேருந்து இந்தியன் பாலிட்டிலேருந்து மட்டும் 1133 கொஸ்டின் வந்திருக்கு. அதான் நான் இயர் வைஸே கொடுத்துருக்கேன் பாருங்கள். 2015 14 எக்ஸாம் 129 கொஸ்டின், 2016 169 கொஸ்டின், 2017 261, 2018 224, 2019 இப்போ என்ன மாதம், ஜூன் தான் நடந்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. அதுக்குள்ளே பாருங்கள் 30 எக்ஸாம் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி. சரியா? டோட்டல் 350 கொஸ்டின்ஸ். அதான் அந்த 1133 கொஸ்டின்ஸ். நம்ம இப்போ எல்லாத்தையும் ஒன்று ஒன்றா பார்த்துடலாம். நான் இயர் வைஸ் போகிறாங்க. ஃபஸ்ட்டு 2019 பார்த்துடலாம். சரியா? 2019 350 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்திருக்கு இல்லையா? இதுதான் எக்ஸாம் வைஸே நான் போட்டிருக்கேன் பாருங்கள், எந்தெந்த கொஸ்டின் எத்தனை கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்திருக்கு எக்ஸாம் வைஸ்ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. இப்போ நீங்கள் இதில் நல்லா கிளியராக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஷுவராக 11 வந்துடும் இந்தியன் பாலிட்டிலேருந்து மட்டும். நான் அந்த 185+ கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் வீடியோவில் சொல்லியிருக்கேன். நீங்கள் ஜென்ரல் இங்கிலீஷ், ஆப்டிடியூட், கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் முடிச்சுட்டு நீங்கள் ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக அடுத்த டார்கெட் ஹிஸ்ட்ரி, இந்தியன் நேஷனல் மூவ்மெண்ட், பாலிட்டியில் தான் வைக்கணும்னு நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன். ஏன்னா அதில் 11 கொஸ்டின் ஷுவராக வரும். அதில் 10 ஈஸியாக நீங்கள் அட்டன் பண்ணிடலாம், 1 கிரிட்டிக்கலாக தான் இருக்கும். சரியா? இது என்னன்னு தெரியல. இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக நடந்த அந்த ரிசர்ச் அசிஸ்டண்ட்டில் 21 கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. நமக்கு மென்டல் எபிலிட்டிலேருந்தே 25 கொஸ்டின் தான் வரும். ஆனால் அது பாருங்கள் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் சேமாக வந்திருக்கு. இது ஏன்னு தெரியல, என்ன வேணால் நடக்கலாம். சரியா? இந்த குரூப் 1 டிஓ விட்டுருங்க. அது 150 கொஸ்டினுக்கு இல்லையா, அதனால் அதிகமாக தான் இருக்கும். மற்றபடி நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மினிமம் 11, மேக்ஸிமம் 15 அந்த ரேஞ்சில் தான் இருக்கும். சரியா? ஓகே, நான் இப்போ ஒவ்வொரு கொஸ்டினாக பார்த்துடலாங்க. ஃபஸ்ட்டு கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் ரிசர்ச் அசிஸ்டண்ட் 21 கொஸ்டின் வந்திருக்கு இந்த பாலிட்டிலேருந்து. First question, who among the following was considered as the chief architect of, நல்லா இங்கே கவனிங்க, இந்தியன் செக்யூலரிசம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்டிருக்காங்க. சரியா? நம்ம படிக்கிறப்ப சீஃப் ஆர்கிடெக்ட் ஆஃப் கான்ஸ்டியூஷன் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி தான் படிச்சிருப்போம். அது யார்? பிஆர் அம்பேத்கர். ஆனால் இங்கே என்ன கொஸ்டின், இந்தியன் செக்யூலரிசம். அதான் நீங்கள் எக்ஸாமில் நீங்கள் அந்த 200 கொஸ்டின் ரொம்ப வேகமாக போகிறப்ப போயிடுவீங்க. அப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாது. கேர்ஃபுல்லாக ஃபுல்லாக படிங்க. சீஃப் ஆர்கிடெக்ட்னு பிஆர் அம்பேத்கரை இது பண்ணிடுவீங்க. சீஃப் ஆர்கிடெக்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியன் செக்யூலரிசம், வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், ஜவஹர்லால் நேரு. நெக்ஸ்ட், நேஷனல் கமிஷன் ஃபார் உமன் வாஸ் கான்ஸ்டியூட்டட் இன், next the salary and other emolument of speaker and deputy speaker fixed by parliament. இப்போ இது கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் ரிலேட் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கு. என்னன்னு தெரியுதா? இப்போ டெப்டி ஸ்பீக்கர் இன்னும் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கல அவங்க. உடனே எல்லோரும் என்ன நினச்சிட்டாங்க, ஏதோ ஸ்பீக்கரு யார் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்பீக்கர் அப்படின்லாம் நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தீங்க. ஆனால் கொஸ்டின் எப்படி கேட்குறாங்க பாருங்கள். டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸை லிங்க் வச்ச கொஸ்டின் தான். மற்ற சேலரியை பேஸ் பண்ணி கேட்டாங்க. சேலரி வந்து பார்லிமெண்ட் தான் முடிவு பண்ணுவாங்க. பார்லிமெண்ட்னா யார்? ராஜ்யசபா, லோக்சபா, பிரசிடென்ட். சரியாங்க, இது மாதிரி லிங்க் வச்சுட்டு போகணும். இந்த இவங்க 3 தான் பார்லிமெண்ட். நிறைய வாட்டி கொஸ்டினில் வந்திருக்கு, ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. In India, the Administrative Tribunal Act was passed by the Parliament in the year. Consider the following rights: right to education, right to equal access to public service, right to food. Which of the human rights under Universal Declaration of Human Rights? எல்லாமே தான். Next, article for center state relation 245 to 293. Article deals with official language. Article 340. Which among following newspaper adopted liberty, equality and fraternity? What does Article 370? 370நாலே நமக்கு என்ன ஞாபகம் வரணும்? ஜம்மு அண்ட் காஷ்மீர் தான் ஞாபகம் வரணும். அட்டானமஸ் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் ஆஃப் ஜம்மு அண்ட் காஷ்மீர். ஜம்மு அண்ட் காஷ்மீருக்கு தனியாக கான்ஸ்டியூஷன் இருக்கு. In which year the National Development Council was set up? 1952. The governors who misused their discretionary powers: Ramlal, Jagmohan. Goa conferred a statute by the Goa, Daman and Diu Reorganization Act in the year. Maharashtra Committee on Democratic Decentralization was established in. The Indian Citizenship Act was passed in 1955. Which one of the following is not, very very important, not a feather of future of parliamentary government in India? Majority rule, yes. Collective responsibility, yes. Ministers, இதுதான் இல்லை. Whose government were dismissed in 1984? Ramarao Farukadala. இது குரானாலஜி படி இது பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இது ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்தது இது வந்ததுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இம்மாரல் டிராஃபிக் ஆக்டு, அதுக்கப்புறம் டவுரி, அதுக்கப்புறம் சட்டி, அதுக்கப்புறம் ப்ராகிபிஷன் ஆஃப் சைல்டு மேரேஜ் ஆக்ட். கொஸ்டின் எப்படி கேட்குறாங்க பாருங்க. முனிசிபல் கார்பரேஷன் வாஸ் செட் அப் இன் மெட்ராஸ். எல்லா ஆப்ஷனையும் கொடுத்துரு. எப்போ? 1687. நேம் த டாக்குமெண்ட் தட் இஸ் bilingual official document provided by Government of India to prove citizen identity which is necessary when leaving the country. ரொம்ப சிம்பிள், எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிஞ்சதுதான் பாஸ்போர்ட். Which important process of our nation is covered in part 15 article 324 to 29ல எலெக்ஷனை பற்றி இருக்கு. Very very important. Which one of the following is not correct? Not. CAG of India submits audit report every financial year to President of India and governors of the state. Yes. Audit report is placed only in the parliament. Yes. Audit report is not placed in state legislative. It will be placed in state legislative. So தான் வந்து correct answer படி, question படி. Draw salary in other allowances of the consolidated fund of India. Yes, it is correct. Next question paper, drug inspector. 14 questions வந்திருக்கு. The President of India appointed 2 more election commissioners to the Election Commission of India for first time in the year in 1989. Article 148 CAG. Article 243C Panchayat. Which of the first municipal corporation, Madras? Which of the committee has both representation from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? 1, 2 and 3. Committee on public undertaking will ரெண்டுலேருந்து இருக்காது. Estate Committee, Committee on Subordinate Legislation, Public Accounts Committee. Which one of the following is not matched properly? Women 1992, okay. Human Rights 1993. This is wrong. Administrative tribunals deals with. In India, the first municipal corporation was set up in which one of the following? Which one of the following is not correct with regard to salary? Consolidated Fund of India, but governors alone it's not correct. In the India federalism, which residuary power are with? Residuary power will be with central government. The term means the speaker stop the business on hand and puts the matter to vote. GUILLOTNE. அது தெளிவாக இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நம்ம இங்கே எழுதுறேன் TINE. The meetings of State Public Accounts Committee was assisted by Accountant General. What is the time duration of 52 seconds? Next, lab assistant. 17 question வந்திருக்கு. Which one of the following is called as instrument of instruction? DPSP, Directive Principles of State Policy. DPSP ன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? The major theme of the recommendations of Sangvi Committee. Utilization of Panchayat institution. The National Commission for Women 1992. Which of the following committee is associated with Central Vigilance Commission? யாருங்க? சந்தானம். The executive officer of the Cantonment Board is appointed by whom? By the President. Which committee recommended that the seats of SC and ST should be reserved on the basis of their population in Panchayat Raj? Ashok Mehta Committee. Which act made breach of contract a criminal offence and authorized the tea planters to arrest a runaway laborer without any warrant? Inland Immigration Act 1882. Which of the following article says that when the state of emergency is in operation, the Parliament can make laws on the state subject? Article. All the expenditure from the consolidated fund in the annual financial statement to be voted by the Lok Sabha are submitted in the form of demand of grants in pursuance of the famous book Law of the Increase of the State Activities was written by which one of the following articles says about the protection and improvement of environment and to safeguard forest and wildlife? Which of the following article of the Constitution deals with the water of interstate rivers and river valleys? Article 262. Which of the following articles empowers the President to make proclamation of emergency if he feels the security of India is threatened by war, external aggression, or armed rebellion? Which of the following articles says that all the ministers appointed by the President on the advice of Prime Minister? ரீசன் மாதிரி கேட்டிருக்காங்க. The government of India passed a resolution on local self-government in 1918. There is a shortage of good books on the subject of local self-government. Yes, ரெண்டுமே true, but it is R is not the correct explanation of A. Who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner of India? President தான். Next, assistant training officer 15 கொஸ்டின் வந்திருக்கு. The Central Vigilance Commission was set up by executive resolution of central government. Who is known as the keystone of the cabinet arch? Prime Minister. In which part of the Indian Constitution an article deals with elections? 324 to. How many Rajya Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu? 18. Five kind of writs கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Supreme Court, habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition and warrant. The division of power is important in which form of the government? Federal. According to the National Human Rights Commission 1993, who amongst the following is? அதாவது இப்போ யார் யார் சீஃப் ஜஸ்டிஸாக இருக்காங்களோ அவங்களாம் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆன பிறகு இது ஹெட் ஆயிடுவாங்க. சரியா? Usually the population of the corporation is 10 lakhs. In which part of the Constitution of India is the state government dealt with? The Constituent Assembly adopted the national anthem on 24th. Who was selected as President of Indian National Congress in 1938? Subhash Chandra Bose. In 1948, the first Linguistic Provinces Commission was headed by S. Kedar. First. Which is the correct chronological order of the following events? இதெல்லாம் இந்தியன் நேஷனல் மூமெண்ட்ல வரும். இதை நம்ம பார்த்துக்கலாம். In 1975, emergency rule was brought in our country by Indira Gandhi. In which year India signed a nuclear test ban treaty? 8th August 1963. நெக்ஸ்ட் இந்த எக்ஸாம் 13 கொஸ்டின் இருக்கு, ஒன்று பார்த்தலாம். Which of the following are the federal feature of the Indian Constitution? Rigid constitution, bicameral legislature. In 1993, the 74th Amendment says municipalities handed 18 subjects. Which article of the Constitution of India deals with the administrative tribunals? Which of the following state has a separate constitution of its own? Jammu Kashmir. How many recognized political parties were in India during 1952 election? 14. Which court declared right to privacy on fundamental right? Who founded Servants of India's Gopalakrishna? இது இந்தியன் நேஷனல் மூவ்மெண்ட்ல வரும். State Information Commission was created by Right to Information Act 2005. Which one of the following state is not having bicameral legislature? Madhya Pradesh. CAG retirement age 65. Which part of the Constitution deals with official languages? The PISA Act enacted in the year. Which of the following is not the concerns of UPSC? Classification of services and training. Promotionல அவங்க பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. 1 and 3. Next question paper assistant textile 12 question வந்திருக்கு, ஒன்று பார்த்தலாம். How many unities are there? The Spirit of Law published in the year. In which one of the following electors participate in government indirectly? Representative democracy. In which year right to property has been abolished? 78. The Panchayat Raj was inaugurated in the year. Dual party system is present in every state has a state election officer. They are appointed by president. Planning requires a strong and competent and incorrupt administration. Who says? Which article of the Constitution guaranteed 7 freedoms for the citizen? Under which article the governor can promulgate ordinance when the state legislature is not in session? Who was the chairman of the drafting committee? B.R. Ambedkar. First amendment to the fundamental rights for social reservation policies to the state was brought by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Next, geologist examல 13 questions வந்திருக்கு. ஒன்று பார்த்தலாம். Consider statement and reason. Choose the correct answer from the quotes. Federal state is guided by strong desire for national unity. It is developed out of necessity for union of independent states. Yes. According to Citizenship Act 1955, how many ways have been prescribed for acquiring citizenship? 5 ways. Which of the articles come under the right to freedom of religion? Article 25 to 28. The salary and other perks of CAG is equated with the salary of Judge of Supreme Court. In which way the process are shared between the state government and central government? List system. Union list, state list, concurrent list. Each state is headed by governor. The governor is elected by electoral college consisting of the elected member of state legislative. It's wrong. Governor is appointed by government president mulima. According to the 73rd amendment, which specifies what amount of population of a state may not constitute panchayat at intermediate level, less than 20 lakhs. Which of the following is true about the Constitution of India? Yes. Adopted 26 November, enacted 26 1950. Who is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha? Vice President. Match the following article. Election 324. UPSC 316. Finance Commission 280. SCST 338. The President of India is the expecting head of the state. He is the supreme commander of the defense forces. Yes. Right to privacy is a fundamental right. Belongs to which of the following article? Part 3, 12 to 35. In case of Lok Sabha to constitute a sitting of houses, 1/10 of the total population. Next, Sub-Inspector Fisheries. 13 question. The election process in the state level is supervised by the Chief Election Officer. Which of the following is not included in right to freedom? The Constituent Assembly took the following time in preparing the Constitution: 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. Which of the following statements are correct? The term of office of the governor is 5 years. He can remain in office till his successor enters upon the office of the governor. Yes. The tenure of members of Legislative Council. 6. Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members. The branch of High Court was started at Madurai in 2004. How many village panchayat in Tamil Nadu? 12,619. The term democracy was first used by Todas. Whose report is hailed as the Magna Carta of Panchayat Raj system? Balwant Rai, Mehta Committee. Indian Constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. Who appoints Governor of State? President. Who is the political head of corporation? Mayor. Next, hostel 11 questions வந்திருக்குது என்னன்னு பார்த்துடலாம். How many members are nominated by the President of India for Rajya Sabha? 12. In which year of Legislative Council Tamil Nadu was abolished? 1986. Who is known as the father of local self-government? Lord Ripon. To define poverty line in India, the 7th Finance Commission used a concept. The Prime Minister who decided to implement Mandal Commission, VP Singh. A member of State Public Service Commission can be appointed and removed by respectively Governor President. Age qualification for member of District Panchayat 21. The Panchayat Raj was inaugurated by Nehru. Tamil Nadu Chief Secretariat, which is situated at St. George Port. Who is the head of Planning Commission in India? Prime Minister. The right to poverty has been abolished by the Amendment 44. Assistant Agricultural Officer. 11 question अंदर कहना पता ला. Which amendment, also known as the Nagarpalika Act, provides for setting up 3 types of municipal bodies? 74th. Jammu and Kashmir, which has separate constitution, 370. The chairman of drafting committee of Indian Constitution, B.R. Ambedkar. Article 30 of the Constitution grants right to minorities to establish education qualification. How many territories? The minimum age required for voting in India, 18. Which rule is known as heart and soul of Indian Constitution, 32. The Balwant Rai Committee appointed 1956. Which one is the third and important organ of judiciary? Which one of the following is the modern state, the welfare state? Who was the General Secretary of the Congress Socialist Party, Jai Prakash Narayan? Next, library and archaeology, 13 questions. The Constitution of India came into force 26 January 1950. Which part of the Indian Constitution? Part 3. Rajya Sabha consists of not more than 250. Who was the chairman of Constituent Assembly? Rajendra Prasad. How many times does the parliament meet in a year normally? 3 times. How many days money bill can be delayed in Rajya Sabha? 14 days. The people of India are given fundamental rights by Constitution, the National Human Rights Commission, 1993. India is a secular state. Amendment of Constitution enumerate fundamental duties of the Prime Minister. National Planning Commission was established in 15th March 1950. Quit India resolution was passed in 8th August 1942. Find out the correct statement. Find out the correct statement. Chief cause of Khilaf movement was defeated Turkey. Next, librarian 13 questions இருக்கு என்னன்னு பார்த்துடலாம். Match the following. நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சது தான் 14th வந்து 2004. இதை வச்சு இதை கரெக்டாக எழுதிடலாம். 6th 1977 1991. 12th 1998. Which Amendment Act provided for the disqualification of members of Parliament, State Legislature on the ground of defection from one party? 52nd Amendment. Which article of the Indian Constitution empowers the Parliament to legislate on a matter of state list in the national interest? Which of the following committee is not a standing committee of the Parliament? Wrongly matched. Niti Ayog is a executive body. Committee or a committee மட்டும் தான் correct. Which part of the Indian Constitution deals with Panchayat? 9. Who is called the father of all India service? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Which act provided for the setting up of permanent local adult? Which of the following is the largest committee parliament estate? Sorry, estimate. How many Dravidian languages are referred in 8th schedule? When does India observe its Constitution Day? 26th November. Next, Inspector of Salts 12 question இருக்கு என்னன்னு பார்த்தலாம். How many days before the notice of impeachment motion against President has to be given by President of India? In a state, money bill can be introduced in Legislative Assembly only. Who is the chief architect of the local government in India? Women who have been married to Indian citizens can acquire Indian citizenship by means of registration. 56. Indian Parliament. Central Information Commission, Finance Commission, National Commission for Women, National Commission for SC Social Justice. Rajya Sabha has the power to create an All India service through the resolution supported by 2/3. Where did Gandhiji the flag of the India on midnight following the declaration of Purna Swaraj and setting Day of Independence at Lahore? Which of the following article authorizes Parliament to form a new state? Article 3. How many political parties are recognized as the national parties? The first general election, 4. The Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir came into force on the Parliament passed the Administrative Tribunal Act in Human Rights. Yes, the correct. So, correct. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Yes, 1948. Yes, National 1993. The chairman and members hold the term or until the age of 70. Yes. Who was the head of the first Administrative Reforms Commission? Moraji Desai. Next, group 1 28 questions. Which of the following group constituted the state reorganization? Fasil Kunsro. Jagjit Singh, the state of Haryana, is the case related to members of creamy layer concept was first introduced in the case of Indira Shani. The first amendment to the constitution are true 1952. First, before general election, it was enacted by the professionals parliament. Yes. Financial control exercised by the parliament over the executive through financial control CAG appointed by the president 148. Actually, this in the question wrong. Tnpsc answer killer. Article 308 314 deals with public service commission. It is not exclusively meet all India service. Article 308 exclusive apply to Jammu and Kashmir. The parliament has enacted Article dash was inserted into the constitution. Who among the following was a cabinet minister without portfolio? Gopalaswamy Iyengar. Which one of the following statement is not with regard to power of parliament? Cannot abolish? It can be abolished. In Tamil Nadu, it was abolished in the year 1986. Jallikattu, the bull taming sport, protected by Article 29. Who headed Provincial Constitution Committee of Constituent Assembly? Sardar Patel. Who among the following was not a member of drafting committee? Atavi. The Constitution is a source of and not an exercise of legislative power. It springs from a being is in limited government. Which committee was appointed in 1986 to deal with the revitalization of institutional democracy? Elam Singhvi. Which song is called the Bible of modern Bengali patriotism? Vande Mataram. Balwant Roy Mehta committee in its report suggested three-tier system. The sequence given in mentioned preamble: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Eighth schedule languages. First schedule name states. 11th schedule panchayats. 7th schedule division of powers between union states. Consider the following statement, find the wrong. Yashwantpur state of Maharashtra is the case of the right to education. Which one of the following concept is not rule of law? Judish, the wrong national justice. The judiciary was separated from executive. The government of India issued citizenship Pondicherry order in the year. The essence of judicial activism is an name the Prime Minister when the no confidence motion was moved in the Parliament. The word socialist and secular was added to the preamble of Indian Constitution by the Constitution of India are correct. The mandate of the Official Language Commission under Article 344 is